What's going on, everybody? It's Jinzer here with another Clash Dummies Clan Wars recap. As you can see on the screen, it was another rollover war. I'll go into real quick so you can see that they used just over half of their attacks. Within the first 4 hours of the war, we had all the Town Hall 9s cleaned up, and we were basically looting at that point. Only number 3 as far as a Town Hall 10 took more than one hit to 2-star, and that one got cleaned up here by Buck, actually, who's one of our Town Hall 9s. So congrats to him stepping up to be that guy. That was actually, it was probably done before that, actually, by one of our Town Hall 10s, and Buck was just looting at that point, but however it got done, it got done. I'm actually going to show 2 attacks. The beginning of this war recap is going to be a little bit of a learning experience. I know that I've mentioned these things before, but I just want to reiterate because they're very important steps when using earthquake spells. And like I said, I know that I've talked about it probably more so in the clan chat and on the kick groups, but I just want to get it into a video for everybody out there. So I'm going to go back to my attack on it. Now, all of these attacks that I'll be showing against number 4 were cleanup attacks. So keep that in mind, because in my attack, I bring a archer healer trick to distract the hound. I wasn't guessing. It was a cleanup attack, and I knew that that was there. So we'll go ahead, and what I do here is I drop a wall breaker actually in right down there to get that hound out. I knew that that could be done via minimal troop space, so come over here, do my healer trick, and up here I know there's a troll Tesla, but as you can see, and I'm going to pause it as soon as the walls break. I'll let that rubble leave for a sec. Okay, so you can see I used my quake spells before moving along with my attack, and that's fine because I wasn't opening the outer layer of wall. See that layer of wall right there? That's completely intact. What that's going to allow me to do is bury my golems first on that troll Tesla that's popping right there, along with a wizard to take that out real quick. Then I'm going to put another golem down here to bury on this wall next to the cannon. And what that's going to do is allow me time to create my funnel. If I would have dropped those quake spells and broke this outer wall, as soon as I drop, imagining that there's no Tesla there, because of course the golems are going to get attracted to the Tesla, that's what it's for, but assume that's not there. If I broke this outer wall, my golems would have funneled right into it, leaving this space up here unguarded and this space down here unguarded. Now it still would have worked because there's not very many point defense up in these areas to take out my wizards, but had my golem not grab the attention of these cannons up here before funneling through that wall, if I had broken the wall, my wizards would have got taken out. I would have had no funnel, and it would have ruined my attack. So because I knew that I wasn't breaking that outer wall, I knew that I was safe to go ahead and drop my quakes before starting my attack. So I'm going to go ahead and actually back out of this. The rest of it's a pretty standard go Vaho. Actually, it's a go Vaho. I'm going to go ahead and show you the attack because I create a nice wide funnel. Wizards up there. I dropped this golem a little early, but he goes in after the cannon after that Tesla goes down. I make sure to go whiz heavy right down here toward this storage, dropping my wall breakers. King goes in, wizards nice and large. I do drop them a little bit to the north here to make sure they don't go down to this barracks. And my troops do stray to the north a little bit. And 2 of my Valks actually stay up there and try to beat through this wall. That's fine. I drop in my hogs in this area to save my queen, as I know she's not going to go into the middle of the base. She's going to walk around. Nothing's harming my king in the middle. I know where the bombs are, so I go ahead and plan my heal drops. I do send more hogs down here at the south to keep my hogs, my larger group of hogs, going up toward the middle. There was also a troll Tesla down here. I saved my last 2 hogs to drop right on there. Both of them survive. They work in. And it's basically all over but the crying. I'm pretty sure I don't lose another hog in this raid. Maybe as his heal spell wears off, but as you can see, Hound's still distracted. We'll go ahead and fast forward the raid here as my queen works around perfectly. We'll 2x it. Now we'll 4x it. And everything's done. So now we're going to go into the attack that actually is listed here. And this is Treginous. I'm going to replay what he does. And as you can see, he starts off with 4 quakes. Now mind you, this attack was later in the war than my attack was. So he knows all the information because I already have the attack taken care of. So look what he does. He knows where the bombs are just as I do. The reason I went in at the north is because I know there's a bomb here and a bomb here, and I figured I could take out, oh, and a bomb in this little area. I figured I could take some of that out as there was also a bomb over here. So I figured I could take out more bombs with the angle of entrance that I used. But his is fine. It ends up working out because he does get the 3-star. But he breaks this outer portion of wall. Everything works out for him. He does get the 3-star, but I'm just telling you, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. The other thing breaking that outer portion of the wall caused is it caused his quakes not to reach this inner wall to get into the core where all the Teslas are. Well, the 2 remaining Teslas, as we know, the other ones are troll Teslas. So, should he have moved his heel in, or moved his quakes in rather, broken the into the town hall section, and left this wall intact, his golems wouldn't have gotten sucked into the middle. Now, because there's 2 army camps down here, which we know are huge funnel breaks, you take one of those out, your troops aren't going to stray, and they're not going to walk around the corner either. Everything goes right in. I mean, he gets away with it, no problem. I'm just saying for future reference, and to anybody else who's using quakes in this method, we'll see on the next attack how to use them if you're going to open up the outside wall. But anyhow, we'll go ahead and play his attack. I know it's the same base. We're just going to watch actually what happens to his golems. Now, his whiz spread, the other thing I wouldn't do is these wizards right here by where he dropped his clan castle golem, don't drop those. The reason being is you want to leave this elixir storage and this barracks standing. You want to leave them alive. That gives your king something to target when you drop him in. Same thing with your queen. It gives her something to target when you drop it in. Now, as you can see, because his golems are in the middle, they're not tanking this cannon, and this cannon's shooting that wizard. It's a wasted wizard. That wizard will probably take out the army camp, so it did its job, but it's unnecessary. You didn't need to drop that wizard, or you didn't need to lose that wizard in the attack. Also, I would have dropped these wizards a little bit wider, but he has a bunch of wizards to spare, so as you can see, he has 8 more in the comp. So he takes out those buildings. Fortunately, he does drop his king and queen early enough that they do target the elixir collector or the elixir storage anyhow, and they do go into the base and target the enemy heroes. That's just a little bit of the tweak that I would make is hold the quake spell. Get the funnel created first, leave the buildings in the center for your heroes to target, then quake it open. So we're going to back out of this one and go to number 5, where we see another use of the quake spell to open up the outside wall, but it is done correctly in this instance. So Wolf's going to draw the CC, just as we do in every attack. Actually, okay, he doesn't draw the CC, my bad. Watched a lot of attacks today, don't recall all of them, but as you can see here, he's buried both of his golems and started his funnel. He takes out that building down here, this golem's buried, and those buildings are taken out right there. Now, as you can see, he's dropping the quakes. That's how you want to do it. You want to leave these buildings in the middle. See how he didn't drop any wizards down here to take out those buildings? That's because he wants his king and his Valkyries and his queen to target those buildings specifically. That way he can guarantee that they're going to walk in through the opening. If he takes those buildings out, when he drops his king, there's a chance his king walks down here to the laboratory, which would ruin his raid, possibly. I don't want to say indefinitely, as these guys have rather low heroes for what we're used to facing. But anyhow, has his funnel created, leaves these buildings here. Wall's open. Now he can drop his king, queen, and the Valkyries, because the Valkyries are very finicky in terms of funnel. Walks right in. Everything does its job, takes out a large portion of the base, does burn a heal on his Valkyries there. That's usually a wise decision. They have a lot of damage incoming there, and they're extremely tanky. He does split his hog use. He has some going to the left, some going to the right. Uses his other remaining heals on those. I might have not split them like that, and the reason is just in case there's bombs, you can make see that bomb right there, pretty much eliminated those hogs because they're taking a beating right now. Had he just continued to work in the counterclockwise motion up to the north, he could have made a little bit better use of the heals, but because his Valkyries are so tanky, he gets the job done, and that's the benefit, because as you can see, he does lose these remaining hogs here. And that's the benefit of using the Valks, is they're just so tanky, and they can take on just as many buildings. I mean, not as many buildings, but look at the golem health here. These are both full golems, and I attribute that somewhat to the Valkyries being able to take out a lot of defenses quickly and being able to tank themselves. So I'm going to fast forward this as he works around the rest of the trash ring. He did put wizards on both sides, walked up to the north, took everything out. And that's the end of the attack. Move on to number 6. This was a base that was could have been a little bit more scary. Obviously, it's still a terrible base design. I'm not going to pat myself on the back whatsoever because it's an awful base design, but there's a lot of openings for bomb spots that can't be, well, they can be negated, of course, and they're very poor bomb spots like this right here. If I drop my hogs on that cannon, they're going left. They're never going to touch that potential double bomb spot. It's just bad base building. There's no point in doubling up your walls like this. It's just a waste of walls. You know, square bases are usually poor, but you know, it was a base that had potential to be good, and then this guy puts his bombs on the outside of the map. 2 of them, anyhow, which is just an awful, awful, awful idea. So, what are you going to do? I'm just actually going to 2x the attack. I'll probably stop whenever I'm creating my funnel here. So because the gold mine is a little bit more of a high hit point structure, I put in 2 wizards on that. Up top, same thing, 2 wizards on that gold mine. Start my queen, beating down these buildings outside here. Use my Valkyries to take out those last 2 outer remaining buildings. King going in, drop the jump spell. Queen walks on me, doesn't really matter. I do use my hogs to save her health as they're going to walk around. As you can see, not hitting any bombs. There's one there. It does nothing because I have a heal spell. And all the defenses are down. As you can see, as the hogs jump the wall over here, they will hit a bomb. Actually, the hogs might not hit it. It might be this poor wizard. Oh no, there you go. 1 hog gets off and triggers that. Just pointless bomb spots. I don't even know where the 4th one is. Maybe he didn't even have a 4th one. I have no idea. Moving on to number 9. This is not the most heroic heroic attack according to Supercell, but I would give it most heroic attack because this is our number 17. This is our 2nd lowest Town Hall 9, hitting their number 9. There's a slight hero advantage for the defender, but I just want to preface this account by saying, or this attack by saying, Silent Killer is also ex-Wolf, which obviously, as you see him in almost every war recap, is an experienced attacker, and this is just to show you that you can do this at early Town Hall 9 with low heroes. He has level 2 Golem, he has level 4 Hogs. He did upgrade his, or no, I'm sorry, the wall breakers get upgraded at Town Hall 8. You definitely want the wall breakers that are carrying the golden bombs at minimum, uh, because they that's where the wall breakers get stronger. You know, it would take 4 or 5 of the level 4 wall breakers to break a Lego wall or a level 9 wall. That's what we call them in our clan, is Lego walls. And it only takes 3 of these. As you can see, he does send quite a few more than that, but to break the same level 9 or even a level 10 wall, it only takes 3. So what I like that he's been doing lately is he's been using minions to take out key buildings to create his funnel. Now, a level 4 minion taking out a elixir storage is not ideal because it takes him a long time to do so, but it's a good start. It takes off a lot of the hit points before the main part of the attack starts. As you can see from the attack, it was just the same steps. Pick your point of entry, drop your wall break, drop your golems, create your funnel, drop your wall breakers, send in your kill squad, your king and queen, take out the enemy queen, and then in this case, go counterclockwise with your hog deployment and eliminate the base. So very impressive attack, and I really wanted to demonstrate the fact that this can be done with those higher or lower level heroes. If you know what you are doing, and hopefully from watching the videos, everyone's able to learn what needs done in these attacks to get the job done. Another one that I couldn't show Silent Killer's attack on 9 without showing our lowest Town Hall 9 hitting a base that's well above him as well. So I'm actually going to show that here too. This is a legend. The legend had some explaining to do. Not really. Just kind of poking fun at him. His first attack was a mega fail. He went in without a clan castle. Kicked himself as soon as he got back. Not kicked himself. You can't do that in the clan, but you know what I mean. He was metaphorically kicking himself when he got back to the clan chat for committing the ultimate sin and not attacking with all of your troops. But anyway, starts the attack just as any other, poisons the CC troops, drops the kill squad. Works that counterclockwise. I'm sorry I'm 2xing it. This is a longer recap, and I don't want to bore you guys with it, but there were just so many good attacks on these bases. They were so clean and worked out so well. I just want to show them, and like I said, this one I just have to show because I couldn't show Wolf's hit without showing Legends. But you get the idea. We're going to back out. We don't have to watch them clean up that attack. Actually, I keep going to that one. Is that on my list here? It is not. Okay. Benny. Benny's a new member. This was his first war with us. We have a rule in the clan that if you have a new tag, you will not be warring until that new tag goes away and you've proven your loyalty. Because we've had too many people join, get into a war, and then leave and not do their attacks for whatever reason. You know, it's just to troll us, which doesn't matter because typically they end up being a low Town Hall 9 or a Town Hall 8, and we can make up for it. It's not really a big deal. We're going to 3-star the bases they were going to hit anyhow. So Benny starts off with some archer action just to pick off some buildings. There is a learning point in this raid as well that I'll get to. Benny actually does not create a wide enough funnel to keep his king from walking around. Actually, he does, but he doesn't send his king in. His king should go in right now, and his jump spell should go down right now. And what that would do, see, since his king's not in, there's nothing here in the middle to keep his king, or to make his king go there so his king walks. It doesn't really hurt him too bad, but could have been a lot better. use of the king than for him to walk around. Learning point. Large groups of hogs don't generally work really well because if you hit a double giant bomb, your raid's over. The other point is since he sent all his hogs here, you're going to notice they work through this middle, through this Tesla farm here, and they don't touch these buildings, so they're going to have to come back to these buildings. If he would have had, 5 hogs here, 5 hogs here, then he could have sent 5 hogs up here, and they'd have worked right down into the Tesla farm, all of them funneling. He could have put his heal spell in the same exact spot and done a better job of cleaning up this north corner. Doesn't happen though. His hogs get sprung all over the place up there anyhow. So we know his hogs are going to have to go back up there. Fortunately, he has a golem tanking for all 3 of those defenses. That's kind of what gets him through, but he does see that he has those defenses up there, and because of that, he holds his heal spell an extra long time. Incredible patience there, holding that heal spell, knowing that if he does not place it in exactly the place he puts it down, he probably does not 3-star this attack. And with corner huts here, guys, this clan had a lot of them. That's very Town Hall 8-ish, but they had a lot of them anyhow at Town Hall 9 level. With those corner huts, just drop one of the wizards that are in your army comp and just pick up 4 archers, hold them, toward the end, make sure they're not going to get taken out by any defenses, and just drop them on those builder huts so you don't have to worry about them. That's going to be it for the war recap. I am going to have a little bit of a special on the Town Hall 8s. There were 4 Town Hall 8s for the enemy clan, and there were only 2 Town Hall 8s for our clan, My Mini and Corrupt, and we took them all out on first tries. Not extremely impressive, but there's learning points in all of those raids, so I'm going to show at least 2 of them. That will be in a video right after this one coming at you. Anyhow, if you enjoyed the recap, I appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you like, sub, share, and repeat. Not necessarily in that order.